Hello, everyone, and welcome to Momentum Channel. Today, we're going to be talking about two fast dividend grower stocks to invest in right now. These are undervalued companies that have been growing their dividend super fast over the span of the past several time periods, and would be wonderful options for investors to look into and add them to their watch list or buy them right now. The first one is a company traded on New York Stock Exchange, and then the company's name is Snap-on. It is an industrial machinery that manufactures and markets tools, equipment, diagnostics, and repair information and system solutions for professional users worldwide. As you notice, the company is traded with ticker symbol SNA and has a dividend yield of 2.60%. It has a dividend safety score of 99, making it a very safe dividend payer. The company has $11.6 billion in market cap, meaning that the company is a large cap company. The stock, from a volatility perspective, have a score of 0.82. For those of you who might not be familiar, the score of beta of less than 1 suggests that the stock is less volatile than the overall stock market. As promised, the company is a fast dividend grower. In fact, their last time they increased their dividend was in November of 2021 by 15%, making it a very fast dividend increase in that sense. Looking at some longer term time horizon for dividend growth, the last 5 years, the company also increased their dividend 15 years on average per year. And in the last 20 years, they have increased their dividend 8% per year. Again, meaning that the company has been growing their dividend fast. Their payout ratio currently is at 34%, which is considered low for most companies. And even their forward payout ratio, although it's higher at 38%, is still considered to be low, giving them a ton of room for increasing their dividend amount in the years to come. What's more, overall, for our assessment, companies that do have dividend payout ratio between 30 to 60%, we consider them to be ideal range for dividend payout. It is worthwhile mentioning that during the recession years of 2007-2009, the company did maintain its dividend, and their sales during that time frame was down by close to 18%, which was below average growth during those years and better than many other companies. The recession stock return, though, was heavy down. In fact, it was down by an average of 56%, which was a little bit worse than the S&P 500 negative 55% return during those time frames. Looking at the annual dividend per share details, you notice how the graph, how the increases and changes. The company has been paying its dividend uninterrupted for the past 28 years, and in the past 11 years of that, they have increased their dividend. The company does pay its dividend quarterly in the months of March, June, September, and December. They do pay an annual payout ratio of $5.68. Looking at their valuation, Snap-on's current dividend yield of 2.60 is 14% above their 5-year average of 2.28%, indicating that now could be a reasonable time to invest unless you believe that the company's outlook has weakened. Moreover, their forward price to earnings ratio of 14.5 is about in line with their 5-year average of 14.4. As a result, the market appears to be valuing the stock similar to how it has done that in the past. Looking at the price, you notice that the stock is hovering somewhat in the middle, a little bit closer to the 52-week high price. The high price for the stock in the past 1 year was at $255.64, and the lowest range was at $168.57. Would like to look at a number of other financial metrics here. Earnings per share is the first one to look at, and that's in the very important metrics. Ideally, would like to see a company that continuously increases its earnings per share, and here appears to be the case for the most part. In the last 12 months, the company reported $14.7 dollars in earnings per share, and the next 12 months actually even better with 15.1. The number of outstanding shares for the company would like to see them gradually and steadily declining. Seems to be the case. The last 12 months, the company has 55 million outstanding shares. Total sales, which is the total revenue reported by the company. Here we notice the last 12 months, the company has had the highest amount of total sales that they've reported over the past compared to the past 10 years. The total sales for the last 12 months is showing to be at $4.57 billion. Lastly, return on equity, which is a measure of how many dollars of profit Company earns for every dollar that the shareholders have invested. Here, we'd like to see 10% or above for companies generally, and in this case, it is at 21%, which is definitely a good sign. Next, we're going to take a look at the stock return. And here we're looking at the 1 year as well as 5-year returns. The 1 year return for Snap-on, as you notice, their stock had a massive return of 27.55%, and a 5-year return somewhat more modest at 23.56%. Next, we're going to take a look at some price targets based on analyst estimates. Analysts on tip ranks, 3 of them covering the stock. 2 of them have a buy rating and 1 of them have a hold rating, giving the stock a moderate buy, with the price target of $271.67 average in 1 year. If that comes true, that shows an upside of 24% plus. Analysts on Yahoo Finance have a price target of $236.25. And lastly, analysts on Simply Wall Street, assessing the stock from a fair valuation, give the stock a fair value of $313.16, or the stock being undervalued by 30.1%, over 30% undervalued. All right. Before we move on and take a look at the second stock to review, I have a big favor to ask you. I've put a ton of time and effort to put this video together, done a lot of research, and I really appreciate it if you can give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Thank you. The second undervalued stock with fast dividend growth is SAP. SAP operates as an enterprise application software company worldwide, and it is founded and headquartered in Waldorf, Germany. The company is founded in 1972, and they operate through 4 segments: applications, technology and support, Concur, Qualtrics, and services. It offers SAP S/4HANA, an enterprise resource planning suite for intelligent technologies, SAP integrated business planning for supply chain, SAP intelligent asset management, SAP SuccessFactors human experience management suite, SAP Ariba, a digital business-to-business marketplace, SAP Concur, a travel and expense management software, and SAP Fieldglass, a cloud application for service procurement and contingent workforce management. The stock is traded on New York Stock Exchange with ticker symbol SAP. It is also available on many different stock exchanges in different currencies, but for the sake of this video, we're focused on the US dollar currency, traded on New York Stock Exchange, ticker symbol SAP. It does have a dividend currently at 1.17%, and the company's dividend is considered to be very safe with a score of 99%. Last time they increased their dividend was between 2019 to 2020, and at the time they increased it by 17%. The company has a market cap of $163 billion, making it a mega cap company, and the stock has a beta score of 0.97, suggesting less volatility than the overall stock market. Let's take a look at some of the other key metrics. In the past 5 years, the company has increased their dividend 10% or per year, which is a fast growth. And in the last 20 years, they've increased their dividend 14% annually on average, which is a very fast dividend growth. During the recession years of 2007 to 2009, the company's sales was down only by 7.8%, and the stock was down by 43%. The payout ratio for SAP is at 27% currently, which is very low, and forward payout ratio is also 35%, considered to be low, giving it a ton of room for increasing their dividend in the years to come. The company has been paying its dividend uninterrupted for the past 23 years, of which the past 11 years they increased their dividend year after year. They do pay their dividend though annually, and the annual payout is $1.63. Looking at the valuation for SAP, you notice that SAP's current dividend yield of 1.17% is 18% above their 5-year average of 0.99, suggesting that now could be a reasonable time to invest. Also, looking at their forward price to earnings ratio at 22.4 is close to their 5-year average of 21.7. It is slightly higher than that of information technology, but also suggests that the company might be more desirable from the lens of many investors. The price for the stock currently is hovering a little bit closer to their 52 high price. The highest price in the past 1 year was at $150.20, and lowest was at $121.09. Looking at a number of additional financial metrics, earnings per share. Here, the last 12 months, the company had a massive $6.58 earning, and for the next 12 months, estimated to have a $5.50 earnings per share. Although it's 16% less than that of last 12 months, it is still higher than what they have had reported in the past 10 years. Number of outstanding shares, currently in the last 12 months, it is at $1.18 billion, which is the lowest in the past 10 years. If you look at the total sales, you see that nice gradual increase in the last 12 months. You are seeing $27.4 billion. And before we move on, let's take a look at return on equity as well. Here, the return on equity is consistently over 10% in the past 10 years. The stock return shows 9.44% return in the past 1 year, and the past 5 year a massive 56.70% return, which is just remarkable. There are 3 analysts covering the stock on TipRanks. All of them have a buy rating, giving the stock a strong buy, with a price target of $162.50 on average, giving it a 15.95% upside. The analysts on Yahoo Finance have a price target of $160.66, and lastly, analysts on Simply Wall Street assess the stock to have a fair valuation of $192.57. In other words, the stock, according to these analysts, is undervalued by 27.2%. Well, there you have it, folks. A quick look into 2 undervalued dividend stocks that are very fast dividend growers and could be wonderful opportunities for investors to look into, to either buy or add them to their watch list. I hope you found this video beneficial and gained something of value from it. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who might benefit from the video as well. Of course, be sure to subscribe to our channel here on Momentum Finance and Investing. We post every week several videos, including videos about investing in the stock market, real estate, and cryptocurrencies, as well as ways to reach financial freedom. Thank you, and I hope to see you next time.